A lot of traders mark supply and demand zones that look perfect on the chart, and then they still get stopped out. And most of the time, it is not because supply and demand does not work. It is because the zones that they are trading is not valid. Some supply and demand zones are real areas where price is ready to move. Others are just reactions that price passes through later. If you cannot tell the difference, you will keep entering too early and guessing. And in this video, I will show you how to identify invalid supply zones and demand zones and how to avoid trading levels that do not actually matter. My name is Jamal. Welcome back to FOREXSOM. Now, let's get into it. Right in front of you, we have an illustration. And then this illustration is an uptrend illustration. I want to show you guys over here first, and then we're going to flip it to a downtrend illustration. After that, we're going to go to the real charts. All right. Stay tuned. Grab your coffee. Watch this entire episode if you really want to be able to identify valid and invalid supply and demand zones. All right. Let's get into it. Here we have an uptrend illustration. We have a higher high. We have a higher low. And then we have another high and then low. And then a higher high, and then we have another lower low. But when you look at it this way, you might end up looking at this and be like, you know what? This is a higher high, this is another higher low, this is another higher high, and then we have a change of character. Okay? So this is where the confusion happens. And then what might happen to you is, instead of looking at this as an inducement or a manipulation, you might end up taking a trade right here and thinking this is a change of character or a change of directional bias. Okay, let's say you look at this as a change of character like a lot of traders do, and then you end up marking your deep supply zone over here, expecting price is going to continue to the downside. This is where we're going to get chopped up. Okay, because institutions does not move this way. They move different than the retail traders. Instead, what they do is they're gonna look at this as what we call an inducement. Let's say this is a higher high, this is a higher low. Most of the time, smart money traders does not mark a higher high unless they have an inducement taken out, because without an inducement, most of the time, the trade does not work. Okay? Most of the time, without an inducement, the trade doesn't work. So let's put this as an inducement. Okay? Inducement. So we have a higher high, higher low, and then we have price creating inducement. If this inducement was not created, let's say the price created this, it didn't take out, and then it created another inducement, you move this inducement to this one over here. And until we take out a low, we're not going to count this as an inducement. We're going to have to wait until that low is manipulated. So smart money traders, what they do is they wait for the inducement to be taken out. An inducement is where they entice traders. You want to be the trader that understands the mechanics of the market. All right. So here we have higher high, higher low, and then we have price coming down, taking out an inducement. Once the inducement is taken out, then this higher high becomes valid. So for smart money traders, a higher high is not valid until an inducement is taken out. And right after the inducement is taken out, what happens after that? Price reverses from a major or extreme demand zone. All right. Price reverse from an extreme demand zone. High high, higher low, high high. This is going to be used as an inducement. Price comes back to an extreme demand zone, and then they wait for a change of character on the lower time frame, and then they execute a trade from here. All right. For a downtrend market, let's just invert this, okay? Let's invert it. Let's change the color to red since we are looking into a downtrend. Okay, here we have the same thing. We have a low, high, lower low. We have the inducement, and then we have a low here that's not even valid yet until we take out the inducement. All right, we have a break of a structure. We have price creating a lower low, taking out this previous lower low, and then after that creating a low, but then price goes all the way up, takes out inducement, and then continues to the downside from a what we call a supply zone. All right, here is a supply zone. Okay, right there. All right, but most of the time this is what happens. Okay, some traders are going to be thinking price is going to reverse from here. They're going to go ahead and mark their supply zone over here. They're going to go ahead and put their stop loss above this high here. Smart money traders, they already know the game. So they know there is a traders who are entering from here, marking this as a break of a structure, putting their stop loss above this high over here. They know this stuff. They can see it. It's very obvious. So they're going to go ahead and manipulate. What they're going to do is they're going to pretend the market, when the market hits over here, they're going to create some sort of reaction, which is to entice the sellers, and then go up, take out their liquidity, fill all of the big orders, and then continue to the downside. Okay? Continue to the downside. So at any cost, you want to avoid that. You want to be able to treat this as an inducement, a way to entice the retail uninformed traders. We have to be well informed. We have to be able to identify where the big players are entering and exiting the markets. If we cannot do that, we're going to continue losing. We're going to continue blowing our accounts, and that's not motivating, especially in 2026. You don't want to repeat the same thing in 2026. You want to do things different than you did last year. If you were losing last year, you want to be profitable this year. You want to be patient, and waiting for the inducement takes a lot of patience. Instead of executing a trade over here, you have to be able to wait and see what happens. Okay, this is where you're going to be treating this area as a point of interest. Once the price hits over here, you're going to go to the lower time frame. Okay, let's say price hits the area, go to the lower time frame. Okay, once the price takes out, creates a change of character, which is a direct change of directional bias, you're going to go ahead and execute your trade over here using the lower time frame. All right, that is the most conservative way of trading. If you want to take a risky trade, then you're going to go ahead and wait for a rejection, put your stop loss over here above this high, and then execute a trade. Knowing that the inducement was taken out, this will be very helpful trade. If it goes against you, your stop loss is very minimal, and you're only taking these trades during the high volume hours, during the London session or during the New York session. On the 4-hour time frame, we're gonna first look at the downtrend, and then we're gonna go to a uptrend. Okay, so here we have a price creating a high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But this is how the institutions think. Okay, let's say price ended up taking out this, creating this breakover structure. Now, instead of saying I am going to go ahead and execute a trade from this area and taking this as a trade, that's not something that you don't want to do. You want to wait for a price to create some sort of inducement. All right, we can see price created a what we call an inducement over here. When price created that inducement over there, let me mark it with this. We have an inducement right there. Let's go mark that real quick. All right. Now we can go ahead and mark this as our valid lower low. Price went back, and then the execution happened over here. You can see this was taken out. Price ended up dropping all the way down. We have another break of a structure. Once we get this break of a structure, instead of taking this trade here, marking this as your imbalance / supply zone, and then executing this mini trade, taking this move, you will rather be patient and treat this as an inducement. You would rather treat this as an inducement. You're going to go ahead and mark this inducement over here. We have the major breakout structure over here. We're not going to mark this as a lower low until we have an inducement taken out. Now, we're going to go ahead and mark our extreme supply zone. All right. Inducement is taken out. Price came down, created an inducement. It went back up. Reaction, a little bit of reaction. Took out the stop losses that was sitting over here for the sellers that entered the market over here. And then right after that, the market went back up, took all the stop loss over here, and then dropped, creating a big momentum. As you can see, this was over 244 pips. So if you waited for this to be taken out, you could have caught this big move to the downside. But then we're going to go ahead and mark our change of character, which is a change of directional bias. All right, change of character. Now market went from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Here we can see price created a change of character, but then it created an inducement over here first. Another inducement did not take out yet. So unless an inducement is taken out, we cannot call this a higher high. We cannot call this a higher high. We have to wait for an inducement taken out. So the inducement was taken out right here. We can see this is our inducement, because anytime price creates a higher low, until that higher low is taken out, a higher high will not be valid for smart money traders. So we're going to move our inducement from here. This first higher low, internal higher low, second higher low wasn't taken out. Third one was taken out. So now we're going to go ahead and mark this as an inducement. All right. That inducement now was taken out. Now we can go ahead and mark this as a higher high. What happened after that? Price ended up reversing from this higher time frame demand zone. So higher time frame demand zone. We're going to go ahead and mark this as a demand zone. And we can see what happened after that. There was a big momentum, over 259 pips of profit. If you only knew how to analyze the market correctly. The market is engineered. The market is engineered in a way to trap some of the traders so that the big players are able to fill their orders without taking a stop loss, without creating an inducement. It's not possible for them to execute a trade. Remember it. So they went ahead and executed the trade over here. And this was 256 pips in profit. We had another breakover structure here. Another breakover structure. Okay, because price created a higher high. So the first higher low was here. That was not taken out right away. The second one was here. Not taken out right away. The third one was here. Not taken out. We're going to continue transferring from here to here, and then from here to here, and then from here to here. Finally, price ended out taking out the inducement. Now, what happened after that? Price came all the way down here to this major demand zone and then reacted right away, moving up to 163 pips, and this becomes our valid higher high. So that's how it is for the day, guys. If you like this video, please go ahead and consider subscribing. If you have any questions, put in the comment section. Again, this is your brother Jamal. Welcome back. If you never watched any of my videos, please go ahead and watch some of my videos. I'm sure you're going to like it. Check out all the links down below. Until next time, stay legendary. Peace.